I called my mother, okay, and I said, what would you rather have? A 2-year-old Chinese granddaughter or a 3-year-old Mayan Indian granddaughter? And she goes, oh, go with the 3-year-old. She says, the 2-year-old, you're gonna have a year of hard work. And the 3-year-old, you're gonna enjoy her from the first day. And that literally is how we made the decision. Yeah, and we wound up with Coney. She went from a very, very poor rural area that is about as remote as you can get in Guatemala, okay, and a big sibling family. The issue with Coney is she was starving. She weighed 23 pounds and was 32 inches tall at the age of 3.
My adoption, I definitely think, was emotionally traumatic for me. I think it was really hard for me to ever feel like secure in a space, because I never grew up in a place, like in an environment where being different was like celebrated, or you know, I think, like, especially being a kid growing up in general, you don't want to be different, but I already knew I was different. So I didn't want to have to constantly be in these spaces or these environments where it's pointed out all the time how different I am. The reason why Latinas Welding Guild started was because I think I always had this need, this void, I think, in my life when I was adopted, of not feeling connected to like my biological family, my heritage, growing up, being the only Latina in all my schools was kind of, I think, I mean, yes, I got good education, but I also then had to lose the fact that I was not growing up in a very diverse place. So then when I was in high school, I went back to Guatemala and was able to meet my biological parents, which I never thought was gonna happen, but it happened. And I think that really just kind of like sparked something in me that I was like, you know, I always, as a little kid, I always felt like there was something that I was meant to do, something bigger than myself, but I didn't know what it was. When we piloted, we actually had 6 of us that were going through it together. I also participated just to get an idea of like what the program actually entailed and all of that. So it's funny because I never imagined myself in welding, and I even sometimes I'll just be like, how and why am I even here doing this? So for me, welding is definitely an outlet. I think it is very therapeutic because it can be a very like group-focused activity, but it also does have a lot of independence. One reason why I really love steel is because it's so malleable, and you can manipulate it and basically create whatever you want out of it.
We have raised close to $10,000 tonight, so thank you so much.
My parents did the best that they could, but they also provided me a lot of opportunities. I feel like maybe my outlook on life, my work ethic, and my level of commitment, I think also has come from both my parents, because they always were trying to instill in us, like, if you commit to something, you have to see it through. You can't just quit whenever something becomes difficult. I think if I could go back in time and try to give my little younger self advice, I would probably say, like, hang in there. There will eventually be a space for you.
Wait 3,000 miles from home, trying to say that I will get there soon. 30 days I walk down this way, singing my madness to the moon. I met a cat on a tree, and it talked to me.